avioncito!
¡Qué Tuanis!
Este avioncito es el símbolo del programa co-curricular aquí en UWC Costa Rica.
Tuanis is a Costa Rican word used when something is cool or exciting.
The idea is to experience learning as a journey here in school and beyond.
The program engages students in 3 progressive levels of learning: exploring, connecting, and developing throughout their 2 years at UWC Costa Rica.
Exploring is all about participating in activities that help you build or keep a consistent practice on something you're interested to learn or are passionate about. These could be anything from sports, debate groups, artistic expressions, hikes, field trips, and so forth.
Connecting focuses on the creation of an end product to share beyond your personality or your interest group. This could be organizing school activities like events, shows, fairs, workshops, sport matches, etc., as well as physical objects like painting a mural, building a memorial, or even creating shareable products like recording a song, producing a video, and more.
In the cycle of developing, students commit to go through the Agents of Change process to create a major project that most probably will ask them to commit for a full year. Some examples have been Rent the Musical, UWCCR Festival, Reviving the Greenhouse, UWCCR Fashion Show, Project with local community of La Carpio, Pair Leadership with local public schools, Liceo de Chomas, and more.
Now, through this journey, we want our students to become well-rounded human citizens of this world. That's why the Tuanis program is framed under the distinctive educational model here at UWC Costa Rica. As you can see, at the heart of our model is the deliberate diversity of our student body, our UWC values, together with the philosophy and practice of experiential learning. In the outer circle are the 6 competency areas particular to our school: diversity, leadership, conflict transformation, social responsibility, sustainability, and healthy lifestyles. To facilitate that students develop skills, knowledge, and attitudes in these 6 competency areas, the Tuanis program has grouped activities in 4 thematic stations: Learn by Experience, Community Service, Agents of Change, and Citizens of the World. Let's dive into these one by one.
Let's start with Learn by Experience. In these activities, we can commit to build a consistent practice, mainly in sports or creativity. As probably you have guessed already, this is the station of the exploring cycle by excellence. Meaning, in most cases, our main outcome here is to build that consistent practice on something.
Okay, but a consistent practice on like what?
Pretty much anything. It can be learning a new language, practicing a sport, personal or group workouts, practicing an instrument, meeting to discuss topics of interest, practicing how to debate, analyzing films, and other similar activities.
Got it. Now let's move on to community service. Community service is the second station of the program and invites students to practice leadership through service. This can be inside the school by taking important roles in our community, like becoming a student council member, a residence assistant, a facilitator, peer mentor, or other similar roles. It also includes students supporting daily tasks at our school in places such as the library, the cafeteria, and other important areas.
UWC Costa Rica is committed in strengthening relationships with communities and organizations in Costa Rica and all over the world. We encourage and support our students to take part of community-based service with our local national committee, UWC Alumni Association, local public schools, community organizations, and others.
A very important milestone every year for this station is Community Service Week. Here, groups of students and educators dedicate a whole week to collaborate with a community or organization outside school. Community Service Week is a required activity from the developing cycle. It involves students and educators visiting communities and organizations their first semester so they can explore possibilities of collaboration to put together a proposal for a Community Service Week in their second semester.
Okay, so let's dive into the Agents of Change station of the Tuanis program. A couple of generations ago, students and UWCCR educators were looking for different ways to go beyond volunteerism.
In these conversations, they came across the emerging field of social entrepreneurship, and the adventure of the Agents of Change process started. In this station, students navigate change, and they also learn how to develop a project that is connected to an area that they're passionate about, either to solve an existing problem or to innovate in an area or a field.
The students start this process with the Agents of Change camp at the beginning of their first year. In this two-day activity, they are guided by a group of second years as their peer facilitators to activate their mindset as an agent of change.
Throughout the rest of the year, there are workshops and trainings on particular skills and tools for project development, like how to create your own project canvas, how to use the Social Progress Index tool to better understand the context you are working on, and more.
There are also workshops and trainings to improve personally as a team member, like how to practice empowering communication, collaborative leadership, and other similar ones.
Learning from the story and life experience of others is powerful. This is why here in UWC Costa Rica, we invite students, graduates, and friends of our school to give us information of people we can contact to enrich the life and the experience of our students. So give us a call.
Last but not least, we have arrived to the Citizens of the World station. Here we engage in activities to share our different identities, not only as in nationalities, but also in terms of ideologies, beliefs, and causes that are important for each of us. This station aims to give us the opportunity to embrace and practice an international mindset as human citizens of this world.
Examples of activities in this station are UWC MUN, regional weeks from around the world, thematic weeks, and events on social and environmental issues we deeply care for, like LGBTQ rights, interfaith dialogue, women's rights, human rights, peace, and more.
All of these journeys are documented through student portfolios, which are created to tell their individual story of learning and growth. These portfolios are created as personal websites that can later be shared for many purposes, such as applying for volunteer and internship opportunities, college and university applications, or just to build the general great habit of ongoing reflection and journaling.
Now that we have the big picture of the program, let's look at the requirements that the students need to fulfill here at UWC Costa Rica. Students earn miles by participating of co-curricular activities. Every 2 years, they must earn 240 miles for their participation.
The way this works is that every level of activities gives the students a progressive amount of miles, depending on their attendance, effort, and outcome. So, as we see in this chart, an activity from the exploring level earns them up to 12 miles, one from the connecting level earns them up to 24 miles, and one from the developing earns them up to 36 miles.
A very important condition to keep in mind is that a student must have a minimum of 75% attendance. They must also earn 2 miles for their effort and the outcome of the activity in order for it to be counted towards their co-curricular record.
Another important condition to remember is that in a year, students must have participated in at least one activity per station, and that in total, they only need to commit to 5 activities per year.
Out of these 5 activities, the student needs to ensure they have at least one activity in the 3 different levels, being exploring, connecting, developing. The 2 other activities are free to be allocated as the student wishes. If you work hard and earn 210 miles by the end of the 3rd semester, you'll be exempt from the rest of the Tuanis department's requirements and will only have to participate in the last community service week.
Also, every year at graduation, we celebrate the students that role model creativity, passion, and commitment. Most importantly, the Tuanis program is the work of collaboration with many. All of this started with casual conversations with students, graduates, educators, staff, and friends of UWC Costa Rica.
We now have a Tuanis committee as part of the Student Council and are part of the creative process of this program.
It is an ever-evolving journey, and now you can be a part of it too.
¡Que Tuanis!